So what are you afraid of? Those feelings are made up. For anyone asking who is the best, we putting our hands up.
4 more kilometers.
There we go! They caught! This time, like the last time, I'm moving so fast, I'm ready to ride.
Frankie! Down to the inside of Hookie's off!
Danger throws the block, and he will keep him behind him.
My time. None of you people can tell me to stop. Lower the lights down. Hand over my crown. Hand over my heart. I do this for my town. I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time. None of you people can tell me to stop. Turning the track up. I'll never go back down. Hand over my heart. I do this for my town. I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time. None of you people can tell me to stop.
Down into turn number 1. Another slide job and crossover.
The brakes are glowing on that left front as we go 3 wide for the 3rd spot. Making sure they will pull up. Almost in intersection.
Almost pushing each other into the intersection and around.
It's going to be fun to keep an eye on some of the B-main bombers in this one.
Gotta keep an eye on it all, but this is the battle to watch right here, the battle for 3rd.
By the way, a little homework. Morris was able to make it back on track.
Welcome to the House That Penske Built. Moving on from an exciting race last night at Milwaukee with Top Fuel Racing We now move to the SOMO Portside Jaguar and Land Rover Cup Series, live from Michigan International Speedway. My name is Sam Cooper Bennett, and joining me up in the booth is none other than Mr. Scott Brinson. As always, Scott, how are you feeling tonight?
Oh man, after last night, I'm feeling pretty accomplished. How you feeling tonight?
I'm spiffy as always. Everybody knows.
There's a word you don't hear very often.
Well, it's a British word, so you know. But anyway.
I used to say it when I was a kid.
Absolutely. It's a fun word to say, and I like saying it. But anyway, qualifying just underway, but first we're going to get our sponsors out of the way, and tonight's race is actually sponsored by, wherever I can find it. Where are you? There you are. Coffee and Glitter Mom. If you want a tumbler for your barbecue this summer, or even for the autumn when the weather's good, look no further than Coffee and Glitter Mom. You'll find them at www.facebook.com. Coffee and Glitter Mom. This series is also sponsored by United Real Estate. If you're looking to sell your home, or even if you're looking to buy a home, then go no further than United Real Estate. They will get you hooked up with a new house, or they'll just give you money for a house. Either way, and our final sponsor tonight. Remember to book your next vacation with Top City Travel at topcitytravel.com. Now, moving on, we are gonna bring up the points here, Scott, as it's getting a bit interesting at the top as we're getting close to the standings.
Yes, sir. Only got 4 races to go count tonight, and for a while now, Adam Baker's pretty much had the regular season pretty much sealed up. It'd take a miracle, especially at this point, for him to lose that. But he's got a 128-point lead over Keith Maiato. Keith coming off a tough finish last night, had second place in the bank, and had a bit of a moment there with the curb with 3 or 4 to go, and unfortunately finished, 11th or 12th, Sam?
12th, I think.
Yeah, so he'll be looking to bounce back tonight. Keith, 7 wins on the season here at Southern Motorsports. He'll definitely be wanting number 8 tonight to avenge for that last night. So, but Keith, 128 points back, got a lot of work to do to try to take it away from Adam. And then after that, nobody's got a shot. Joe Mitchell's 214 points back in 3rd. Chris Samard, 300 back in 4th. Seth Hatchell's in 5th. Lupe's in 6th. Shane Papala 7th. David Gain 4th, 8th. Brian Neff 9th. Braden Johnson 10th. And then we get down here to these last 2 transfer spots. Ron Hollyfield sits 11th, and Ryan Gamble currently 12th. And then in 13th, Jay Felton, Kurt Davidson's 14th, and Paul Zoda, who's not going to be here tonight, 15th. Jeff Glockner's a long way back. He's in 16th, but it's really only Jay Felton and Kurt Davidson that's going to have an opportunity to knock Gemmel or Hollyfield out of that spot. And they got a little bit of work to do, as Felton is currently 6 points back at Gemmel. And let's see here, 17 back of Ron Hollyfield. So some work to do for Felton, and Davidson is 7 points back at Felton. So you can do the math there.
Absolutely. As I'm having a few problems here. There we go. We got it back again, but I've got some adjustments to do. But yeah, it's definitely all wrapped up there in the series standings as far as the we're getting close to the chase. Just as qualifying sticking over, I'm just going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with the race in just a couple of minutes. Just stay tuned. We'll be right back.
So what are you afraid of? Those feelings are made up. For anyone asking who is the best, we putting our hands up.
4 more kilometers.
There we go! This time, like the last time, I'm moving so fast, I'm ready to ride.
Wonky! Down to the inside of Hookie's off!
Passenger throws the block, and he will keep him behind him.
My time. None of you people can tell me to stop.
Down into turn number 1. Another slide job and crossover. The brakes are glowing on that left front as we go 3 wide for the 3rd spot. Making sure they won't pull up. Almost in intersection. Almost pushing each other into the intersection and around.
about time to go racing here at the Big M. One of my favorite places to come. As you know, Sam, I love this place. Just something about this track.
Absolutely, and we're back live again here at Michigan. Sorry, that was too good to leave out. Anyway, let's go to a grid for tonight's race before they start rolling. As hopefully I don't have any more connection technical issues as we go to tonight's grid. And starting up in the pole is Keith Maiato. He'll be joined on the front row, but look at that, Adam Baker on the front row with him. Row 2 is going to be Shane Papala and Jay Felton. Row 3 is going to be Seth Hatchell and Chris Simard. Row 4, Braden Johnson and Kurt Davidson. And row 5 will be Mr. Joe Mitchell and David Gainforth, Scott.
We'll do it Sam style tonight. Row 6, Tom Clayton and Ronnie Osmer. Row 7, Larry Holloway and Jeff Glockner. Row 8, making his debut here tonight, Joe Morgani in the 96, along with Lupe Gonzalez. Row 9 is Jeff Sharp and Byron Rodney. And back there in row number 10, all by himself, feeling pretty lonely, is a guy that's sitting in one of them last transfer spots, Ron Hollyfield, to roll off 19th tonight.
Absolutely, but for this race, we've got Jaws sitting on the pole here tonight. He's got his main championship rival right next to him on the front row. It's going to get interesting right here tonight, Scott, as they're making their way down the backstretch.
Yeah, I can't say I'm surprised. Like I was saying, man, he let a podium slip away last night, so I'm sure he's feeling pretty motivated tonight. So that's just how Keith works. He lets one slip away, and he comes back and gets 3 more later.
Well, he let a win slip away last week as well when we were at Watkins Glen, so he's still probably going to be smarting from that as well.
Oh, definitely. He'll be definitely motivated tonight.
So, Scott, why don't you get us going for the first time tonight?
Sounds good, man. Time to go racing for Southern Motorsports. 4 races left until the chase begins. And old Jaw's going to get us rolling tonight here at the Big M. Pace car's about to pull off. There he goes. Just waiting on one of these guys to make a move. And there goes my auto. We're moving. Green flag is out. We're racing here in the 4th to last race for the Southern Motorsports as the chase closes in.
Yep, 18 drivers underway as they make their way towards turn 1. Keith Maiato has control of the field as they go through turn 1. Side by side are Jay Felton and Seth Hatchell. And Chris Simard just sitting there right behind them. And
how about Jay Felton in that qualifying position he had tonight? Tell me Jay does not want to make the chase, man. He has been motivated for these last couple months, and what a charge. And he's still got work to do, but a hell of a qualifying spot tonight starting forward.
Yeah, and he was fastest in the hot lap sessions as well, so
nice.
He's a man on a mission here tonight.
Another guy, man, on a mission coming up here behind him in that familiar number 3 Goodwrench machine, and that's Braden Johnson back there. I guess he's decided to roll with that thing. He's had some good quality finishes with it, including a win in the opening night that he debuted it. And here he is. We've seen him that night charge through the field. Wonder how long it'll take him tonight.
Unfortunately, didn't make it to the end at Watkins Glen last week, but hoping to have better form tonight in that number 3. He's just ahead of Joe Mitchell there, who's in P8, and Kurt Davidson, Ronnie Osmer. Let's see if he can get a better result tonight, as he's been having some terrible luck the last few weeks.
Yeah, he sure has. And his races are running out because he's about to go off to college. Real world's going to get in the way. And trust me, folks, he'll be pretty busy at college, so I don't know if he'll have time for iRacing. Well, they're stacking up here from Papala back here. The 2 leaders starting to break away, but everybody else pretty much stacked on top of each other from 3rd back to about 8th.
Yeah, and we're looking at 8th place there by Braden Johnson, currently putting Simard under pressure here. And it's actually broken away. So Papala's actually had a slight breakaway from Seth Hatchell there. Jay Felton just behind Seth Hatchell and Chris Simard. Going to try the outside line on Felton as they go towards turn 1.
Ooh, squeezed him up there. See that? Jay come way up there and almost squeezed him.
Yeah, and he's going to try and make a move on Seth Hatchell. Not going to make it stick this time round. And
Ronnie Osmer moved up a spot back there. You got by Kurt Davis.
And speaking of moving up a spot, look at Adam Baker on the outside of Keith Maiato.
Looking.
Can he get the position change done? No, he can't. He's immediately pegged back by Mr. Maiato.
be curious to see how that high line comes around as the run continues to go on here. I'm curious to see if that high line starts to come in and guys start to move up the track here. As you can already see, there are guys moving up a lane or so.
Absolutely. Go back to debutant here tonight, Mr. Joe Morganti, right behind Jeff Sharp right now. You can't see him because of the overlay, but he's there. There he is in the low-budget TV number 96. It's strange calling him in the 96 because he's usually in the 53, but that 53 is occupied by... Where is he? That man, Mr. Lupe Gonzalez, who's just ahead of Jeff Sharp, just incidentally. But first stage will come to an end on lap 30. Stage 2 will come to an end on lap 70, I believe. So, interesting stage numbers there tonight.
Adam Baker just spun. I'm not sure. I think him and my auto just had contact because my auto's way off the pace here and has actually lost the lead to Braden Johnson. But Adam Baker down below the white line on the backstretch.
Let's take a look at that. You see them side by side. Adam Baker actually got the overlap on Keith Mayato, managed to get to the bottom line. They come out. Oh no, Mayato tagged the wall coming out of 2 and collected Adam Baker. So wow. Mayato getting it all wrong coming out of turn 2 and taking Adam Baker with him.
And we stayed green because he went down below the white line and was out of traffic's way. He's got some left rear damage on that car.
Yeah, and after all that scrambling, that number 3 is up at the front. He's taken the lead here. Braden Johnson leads this thing as they come out of turn 4.
I'm telling you, it's like watching vintage NASCAR, man. Vintage NASCAR.
Yeah, and I saw pictures.
Love seeing that black number 3 out there, man. Like I said a couple weeks ago, I'm not used to seeing that car out there. And all the races that I've called, very few people have run that paint scheme. And to see it out there week after week, that's pretty cool. Not only that, but he's been kicking some ass out there since he put that on the car.
Yep, and he seems to be doing that
minus
already.
Watkins Glen, of course.
Yeah, Watkins Glen was a blip, but road course racing is always that way, especially when you go to a track like Watkins Glen. It's a bit.
Look at him stacking up. Look at him stacking up back here behind him, Sammy. Back here on Papala. Papala's got a whole rear view of an angry Keith Mayato. And man, let me tell you what, there are a bunch of them behind him too, just looking to pick up spots.
Yep, Jay Felton and Chris Simard side by side through turn 1. And I just want to mention Chris Simard probably had the hardest hit in last night's race at Milwaukee.
I saw that. Yeah, that was pretty violent.
Yeah.
Tell you what, man, Ronnie Osmer about lost it coming out of 2 there. These guys are going to start to notice the tires here soon, and they're racing hard here, so they're going to burn the tires off these things.
Yep. Still holding on to P9 as Tom Clayton is just behind, well, a few car lengths behind him, and he's under pressure from David Gainforth and Lupe Gonzalez as well, and Jeff Sharp is there. Joe Morganti's fallen back to P17, not sure what's happened to him, but it's his first race, so he's probably just getting a feel for the car on the track here.
Ooh, big wiggle from Braden Johnson. Seth Hatchell getting a big run on him here. Is he going to make a move? Looks like he's going to. Braden about lost it coming out of 2 there. So as I was saying, Sam, you can already see guys are burning up the tires early. And look at the 3 pinching him down here, not letting him get that big swoop up the track as you've known at Michigan.
Yeah, a bit of a wiggle from Seth Hatchell as they come out of 4. Side by side towards the line.
Keeping him down.
Oh, that's very hard to tell, but I think that one was given to Seth Hatchell. And it was.
That's what I was saying a little bit ago about seeing if they start moving up the track here, because down there on the bottom as the tires fall off, it'll start to get slick and unfriendly down there. So these guys will stay up into that middle to high lane. Oh, and Braden Johnson, big moment there. He's all right, but man, yeah, he's burnt the feel good off them.
Yeah,
I'm not feeling so good right now. Yeah, and here comes Keith.
So, Braden Johnson having trouble already in this race. Did get to the front after that scramble after the incident between Mayato and Adam Baker. Meanwhile,
Baker's back there just praying for a caution. As this thing stays green, it's just hurting Adam Baker.
They've got pretty significant damage to the right side of that number 48 BZ Designs machine. So,
Got left rear damage too.
yeah. Let's go back to the battle at the front. You can see Chris Samard's got around Braden Johnson now. As yeah, Braden Johnson looks like he's struggling now. He does trying to take a look back on the inside of Chris Samard. It looks like Keith Mayato's starting to fall backwards as well as he's under pressure from everybody. Actually, they're all bunched up there. Throw a blanket over those 5 cars there.
Yep. And I think Mayato's probably got a little bit of damage from that crash. It's probably slowing him down a little bit. But yeah, Braden Johnson's issues are definitely the fact that he roasted the tires off of it. Here comes Jay Felton. He's on the inside of him trying to make a move here.
Yeah, Felton's been fast here tonight, so watch for him to make his way through the pack here.
Tell you what, Jay Felton's a man on a mission. The mission being getting into the chase. He's been working his way back. It's been a tall mountain to climb, and he's still climbing it. But, man, he is right there, and he's got a shot. Just depends on how those guys, Gemmel and Hollyfield, finish. And is Ryan Gemmel in the field tonight? I don't remember you mentioning his name.
Nope, he's not in the field tonight. He is not taking
so
part in
boy,
this race.
there you go. So the door is wide open. The door is wide open for Jay Felton and Kurt Davison. Now the question is, can either one of them move through it? And without him here, yes, there's a good opportunity. Kurt Davison's got a better shot now. So.
And Brian Neff isn't here either tonight.
Oh wow.
So Braden Johnson is going to move up a spot in the chase standings ahead of Brian Neff as well.
Yeah, Neff is he's in a safe zone though. He's not in any danger of dropping out because of that. He definitely couldn't afford to miss another one though. He's got to be here for the rest of them.
Yeah, I mean Braden Johnson's already in. I think there's a win and you're in kind of situation in SOMO. So, Keith Mayato.
Another big moment.
Yeah, I think he might have burnt all the goodie off those tyres as well because, wow, that was a big moment for him there. But he still managed to stay ahead of Chris Samard though.
For now, here comes Jay Felton. Jay getting a big run through the corner. He's coming right up on Samard here.
Yeah, as they cross the line.
Braden seems to have recovered now, and he's just kind of riding back there behind Jay. I think he's just trying to get to the first caution, but that may be at the end of the first stage as we're halfway through already to the end of stage 1.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, back at the front, Seth Hatchell taking advantage of all the trouble ahead of him. He's actually checked out now. He's a good just under 0.7 of a second ahead of Shane Papala. Papala still searching for his first race win of the season here in the Portside Jaguar Land Rover Cup Series. And he's in a very good spot to get that win here tonight, but it's very early days and anything could happen. And in SOMO it usually does.
Well, right now it's just a 30-lap race as they're racing to the end of stage 1, so the long green flag run is not going to happen at this point. You got a 40-lap stage there in the second stage, so it'll be just a tad longer. And then to go to the end, you'll have 50 laps. So I think over those 40, 50 laps, you'll see Papala be one of the stronger guys on the longer run.
Yeah. You see him there just he's slowly reeling in Hatchell. It looks like Keith Mayato's finally got some speed under that in that machine because he's starting to check out from Jay Felton, who's actually got past Chris Samard as well now.
And Keith just had to catch his breath there and get the car back underneath him. He seems to be doing that again. So, and Jay, he's like I said, man on a mission, trying to get as many spots as he can right now.
Yeah. Tom Clayton bringing it pit side. So first of the people to actually blink on those old tyres now. So Tom Clayton in pit road right now. Question is that a strategy call or is it just a bad tyre call?
Maybe he just didn't like them tires. I don't know if that would be a strategy call. I don't see the benefit, but here people are coming, so maybe there's a short in fuel load we don't know about here.
Oh, Joe Mitchell getting a bit squirrely going into pit road there.
There's people, Shane Papala just came to pit road as well, so I'm guessing they're going to have to make a pit stop here. I'm kind of surprised by this, that they wouldn't just race to the end.
Yeah.
But I guess the tires are that bad. I'm seeing a lot of guys are really wiggling bad, so I'm guessing it's probably the tires. Guys are just not able to hold on to it. But I'll bet you there's going to be some guys like Ronnie Osmer and Mayato that are not going to pit. They're going to go to the end.
Yeah.
They've got the fuel.
So Papala, Johnson, Davidson and Mitchell all in pit road there.
Here comes Hatchell.
Yep, the leader's in. So that looks like David Gainforth. Looks like Ron Holyfield coming down as well. And Joe Morganti almost loses it on pit road.
Well, if these guys are going to pit, they're going to do it right now. We're going to know right now if these guys are going to the end or not. I would think they'd have the fuel, and I know these guys got talent, but my auto's way low, man. He might be coming in.
Yep.
Yeah, wow, I am shocked. Wow.
So everybody's going to be going through a round of green flag pit stops here. You see Adam Baker there in the distance. He's bringing it down pit road as well. Oh, up to avoid Larry Holloway there. Yeah, but here comes Keith Moyato. Chris Samard is right behind him.
I got to admit, Sam, this is one of the first NASCAR Michigan races I've ever called where I've seen a pit on lap 20.
Yeah, and problems for Joe Morganti. He's been in pit road for over 40 seconds now. I'm guessing he
Here comes Felton.
Yep, Jay Felton in now as well.
I'm guessing Morgani probably just called it in the evening. He didn't have no problems out there. I didn't see him hitting them.
No, he's just coming back out of pit road now.
Oh, right on. Joe just pacing himself tonight, just taking it easy. Getting a feel for it with the boys over here at Southern Motorsports.
Yeah. I painted that car for him tonight.
Nice. Having any luck with my sun-kissed IR18 paint scheme?
I haven't started it yet. I'll get right onto it though.
You don't have to get right onto it. I was just wondering if you'd worked on it at all. You're good.
Yeah, Lupe Gonzalez bringing it down pit road now. As Ronnie Osborne going to stay out and get a bonus point for leading a lap, and he's right behind his teammate Joe Morganti there.
Now Felton's back off pit road, back out on the track.
Yeah. You don't think Osborne's going to try and make it to the end of the stage here? I mean,
honestly, yeah, and I'm kind of surprised that none of the other guys were doing it, because even 70% fuel, I'm almost positive they've got enough fuel to run laps in this car. So it was just a matter of tires, and yeah, I won't be surprised if Ronnie does it. Not at all, not one bit. And I'm surprised that nobody else decided to do it, to be honest with you. But
yeah,
some of them guys had roasted the tires off their cars too, whereas Ronnie had just been riding there mid-pack. But yeah, right now, the way this is looking, Ronnie's going to take this all the way to the end and win this stage.
Yep, he's on lap 24 of 120. He's 25 seconds clear of Shane Papala, who actually beat Seth Hatchell through the pit stops.
Did you see that? Boy, that might be one of the reasons why them other guys pitted. He about lost it right there. So this is going to be a roller coaster for these last 6 laps if he holds on.
Yeah, and he's got to hold on because Shane Papala is coming fast. No, he's going to bring it down.
Wow, I guess that scared him enough. He said enough of that. He lost a lot of track position doing that, though, deciding to come in.
Yeah, but Shane Papala will take over the lead here. And Shane Papala getting the jump on Seth Hatchell through the pit stop, so good strategy call there by the 89.
Of course, at the same time, as far as Ronnie is concerned, he's running back there at the tail end of the top 10 anyway, and he's not racing for points, so he was hoping that he'd stay out there, maybe a caution would come out, and everybody else have to come back down pit road when he pitted, but that didn't happen either, so I don't blame Ronnie. We're going to get a caution here in just a few laps, so it was a gamble, and it didn't pay off, but it ain't going to kill him.
Yeah, as you see him there, just coming out of pit road now. He's already down to 11th place. Make that 12th, make that 13th, 14th. He's going to fall to the tail end of the field.
Yeah, that's because he stayed out there on them dinosaur tires for so long. I would have liked to see him go all the way. Maybe they just didn't have the fuel. Oh, we got one beat up real bad. The 96, yeah, he's done.
Wow. Take a look at that. Working on the outside of Jeff Sharp there, going towards turn 1. And he crashed on the infield, so there's no caution out. And just loses the back end coming out of 2. and couldn't get it. Oh, wow, that is a violent hit.
That sucks for Joe.
That is a
I know
big...
Joe's been having a string of bad finishes here, and that's just going to add to it.
Well, looks like Joe's night is over here tonight. He's put his car behind the wall immediately. And,
he's the first one out. Everybody else still on the lead lap. Adam Baker, going to be in danger of going a lap down here real soon. But everybody else still on the lead lap. Papa's in the rear view, though, for Baker. He sees him coming. He's ready to get to the end of the stage. They make it.
Adam Baker's still struggling on, though, with that damage on his 48. So not as fast as he would like to be. And, yeah, Shane Papala closing on it.
Either way.
Yeah, closing
Either way.
Quickly.
Sorry, I didn't mean to keep stepping on you there, but either way, even if he does go a lap down, he's going to be the only lap down, so he'll get his lap back either way. He's going to be all right.
Yeah, Braden Johnson, the man recovering, he is up to third place. He's ahead of Keith Mayato. But we're going to have a battle here very soon for stage on, as we see Jeff Glockner having a bit of a moment through the backstretch.
Yep, he sure did.
Seth Hatchell is reeling in Shane Papala as we're just coming to 2 laps to go before the stage.
It's the race for the stage.
And since the whole incident happened between Adam Baker and Keith Mayato, Seth Hatchell has just been on rails in that number 8 machine. Same for Shane Papala.
Yeah, but he must have had a slow pit stop, or just it was from the difference in the laps where they didn't pit on the same lap.
Yeah.
Shane made up some difference. We'll see if he can hang on here and win this stage.
It's looking like he might, because the caution comes out at the beginning of lap 30, not at the end. So looking like
Very true.
Looking like Shane Papala is going to claim stage 1 here. Comes out of turn 4 and towards the line. Shane Papala is your winner of stage 1.
Cha-ching.
Yep. Or maybe not. We are going for another lap. Okay.
Yeah, I guess so, apparently. Usually they throw it at the beginning of the lap, but unless Joe forgot.
I don't know.
And speaking of Joe Morgani has taken it behind the wall and is officially out of this race. First car out. I don't know if you noticed or not, but Byron Rodney did not start, so we only had 18 that actually took the green.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if we get the caution here. Will this be the end of the stage?
As they come across the line, Seth Hatchell did actually get closer that time round. Ah, maybe it's not lap 30 then.
No, does not appear so, Sam.
I thought it was weird when Paul Zota told me it was lap 30 and lap 17. Maybe it's lap 35 instead then. But,
could be.
If that's the case, we're going to have one hell of a battle for stage honours here. As
we'll just call it until they throw the yellow.
Yeah. We'll do that. As Adam Baker's going to go a lap down. This is a rare sight to see here, Scott.
Yeah, you don't see this very often, but oh, and big push there from Papala. Good thing he got out of it. Look at this big lead change because of it. Oh. There goes Seth Hatchell rocketing on by. Look at that. Drove by him like he was sitting still. Yeah, Shane had to get way out of it. He got big arrow push from Adam being on the outside of him there, and he drove right up into him. So good thing. Papala's seeing the bigger picture. No sense in doing that. A lot of race left. We're racing 120 laps here tonight, and we're on lap 32.
Yeah, as Papala did make a mistake. Seth Hatchell having to shoot the gap there between Papala and Baker. And made it stick, and he's got the lead now. And Papala looks like he might be struggling here.
Yeah, a little bit. I roasted up them tires. Had a pretty solid race so far, if I do say so, Sam.
Absolutely.
Caution free.
Don't jinx it.
Oh, we've called some caution-free races.
Yep. Yeah, true.
They happen.
Keith Mayato currently sitting in third. Braden Johnson's fallen back to 5th place, so another man that's possibly burned off the field gun on his tyres, because he's fallen back to P5 and is being caught by Jay Felton right now.
Yeah, well, we saw that earlier.
Looked like the back end was starting to step out on the 3 there as it came through turn 4. That's helped Jay Felton get right up alongside the number 3 and takes away 5th place from Braden Johnson.
Yeah, I think he more or less gave it to him there. He got out of it big time there just so Jay could go on by. He could get this thing gathered up, not wreck nobody. He just wants to get to the end of the stage, it looks like. Yeah. Ooh, Jay's battling the car up there too, man. A lot of guys battling this car. I'm guessing that it's pretty slick out there tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, they pitted on lap 20 for tires. That's, like I said, that's a first for me.
To come out of turn 4, this might be the end of the stage. Let's see if this is actually it for a change. What the hell? Are we even doing stage racing tonight?
I don't know. Remind me not to let you play the lottery with my money.
I'll try not to. Anyway. I
had to pick on you.
At least I'm getting the corners right this time.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Progression.
Absolutely. As he come out of turn 4 again, Seth Hatchell's lead now up to over a second as he crosses the line to complete lap 35.
It's always fun calling races with you, Sam. Always fun.
I always have fun too. Yeah, Shane Papala looks like he's struggling now. Keith Mayato struggling also, but not because of tyres, but because of damage on his car. Very close to the wall again as he comes out of turn 2.
Oh, we got a race back here. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. That's Samard passing Baker. I was thinking that was Jay Felton he was passing, but it was Baker.
Yeah.
Samard just quietly been hanging around here in the top 5.
Yeah, he's been the quiet, silent assassin here tonight. And there's the caution.
There you go, Sam. Oddly on lap 37. Yeah, I'd have never guessed that number, that's for sure.
That's a weird number. Well, it's a weird number for a stage to end.
Sure is.
But anyway, that is the end of stage.
A lot of firsts here tonight. Hitting on lap 20 for tires. Stages ending on lap 37. What next?
We'll find out as the race progresses. But Seth Hatchell will bring home the stage win. Shane Papala will come home second. Keith Mayato third. Chris Simard fourth. Jay Felton rounds out the top 5. Braden Johnson falling to 6th in the end after being 3rd at one point after the green flag pit stops. Joe Mitchell 7th. Lupe Gonzalez in 8th. Kurt Davidson in 9th. And Ronnie Osmer having a good run tonight. He's rounding out the top 10 here in the at the end of stage 1.
Yeah, I'm like you, man. I would have never guessed the stage was going to end on lap 37.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, what other surprises are we in store for tonight?
We don't know, but we'll find out when we come back after our commercial break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
So what are you afraid of? Those feelings are made up. For anyone asking who is the best, we putting our hands up.
4 more kilometers. Oh, there we go! They touched!
This time, like the last time, I'm moving so fast, I'm ready to ride.
Wonky! Down to the inside, who's this off?
Passenger throws the block, and he will keep him behind him.
My time. None of you people can tell me to stop. Lower the lights down, hand over my crown, hand over my heart. I do this for my town, I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time. None of you people can tell me to stop. Turning the track up, I'll never go back down. Hand over my heart, I do this for my town, I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time. None of you people can tell me to stop. I want to leap over buildings, want to fly over the shores, faster than a lightning flash, rushing through the cool night air. So start ignition, count to 0. I just wanna be a superhero.
Hey, what's up, guys? Scott Speed here at the iRacing headquarters. Some exciting news about the upcoming Rallycross World Championship. They've got a wild card entry, and yours truly is going to get that spot. See you guys out on the track.
So start ignition, count to 0. I just wanna be a
A-Track called me today, but I sent him a text and never heard back from him.
Yeah. Anyway, we're back live here at Michigan. As we're about to get him going again. Seth Hatchell is your leader. He picked the outside for this restart. They're going to be interested to see how he handles it. Braden Johnson made his way back up to the top 5 as well, so look for him to make his way through as the pace car peels off. And lap 42 is when we get him going again, and we're under green again, Scott. And Seth Hatchell getting the perfect restart on that outside line there.
He sure did. We'll see how many of these guys can take care of their tires now that they've had that first little, 40 lap run there to get used to the car, figure out how long the tire is going to last. They actually had 2 runs there because they pitted shockingly after lap 20 to get tires. But now that we know the stage went as long as it did, it wasn't so surprising because they broke the stage up in half. But as you saw, the tires fell off pretty quickly, and it's going to be a priority in this stage. And look at Ronnie Osmer back here. Is he not a man on a mission to try to get a good, solid finish before he goes off to college or what?
Yep, and he's making moves on the man. Well, he was making moves on the man known as Mayato, but he's under pressure from Jay Felton.
Oh,
Big
that was
bubble.
close.
Yeah, big bubble as they go across the line. The side-by-side is going through 1 and 2. Ronnie Osmer going to lose the position to Jay Felton. Felton gets the clear as they come out of turn 2. And Chris Simard.
Got them all wiggle.
Yeah. Chris Simard, look at the pressure he's putting Jay Papala under. As they go into turn 3, dives to the inside. Brendan Johnson's going to try and go with him. Look at the battle behind him, though. They're going to go 3 wide. Almost 3 wide. Joe Mitchell really putting his foot down in this one. Joe Mitchell just doing what he did at Watkins Glen, just staying out of trouble. But he almost got himself into a heap of trouble there, Scott.
Yeah, he sure did. And Joe's had some bad luck this season, so he's definitely a guy out there that's looking for a solid finish here tonight.
Yeah, but he's not doing too badly, though. I mean, he's 3rd in points. So...
Oh, we got some
sideways! And they save it!
Oh!
Braden Johnson's
going to wind up being the victim. Yeah, he spun it. Nobody hit him, though.
Oh,
Nobody
they did!
hit him.
Tom Clayton hit him! Tom Clayton hit him. It looked like... Who else hit him? Oh, Jeff
Looked like he was
Lochner.
going to survive it. Yeah, it looked like he was going to survive it, and unfortunately not.
Yep, it started with what looked like an incident between Seth Hatchell and Shane Papala. Papala got into the back of Simard, and then trying to check up to avoid him, he went around Tom Clayton and Jeff Glottner, nowhere to go, and they are, yeah, they're damaged cars. Braden Johnson also got a damaged car now, smoking like a broken down old chimney.
Yeah, he's done. Glockner's probably done. He's going to be put on the clock, and after that hard impact, he'll probably be done as well, but the 3's definitely done.
And Tom Clayton having to tow it as well.
Yeah, Clayton will probably be done as well. So those 3 guys probably going to be the next 3 cars out of the race. Glockner may be able to hang in there, but he's definitely going on the clock.
Yep. As we're under caution number 2 here. Big incident involving the lead, well, two of the leaders anyway, Braden Johnson and Chris Samard. Luckily, Chris Samard was able to get away with it. But they're all bringing it down pit road now, Scott.
For Mr. Feelgoods. Every chance they get, they're going to come and get tires because this place is just abrasive and eats the hell out of the tires on these cars.
Yep. They all hit the marks perfectly there. Here comes Adam Baker into his stall. Who's going to get out first? And it's going to be Seth Hatchell that wins the race on pit road. Papala going really sideways out of the box to try and get ahead of Keith Moyato. That could have ended badly.
Sure could have. Looks like they got a break there on pit road. Might have got a little bit of a free one there.
That's a shame. Papala just beating Keith Moyato out of pit road. Joe Mitchell comes out 4th. Ronnie Osmer comes out in 5th place. So made up some positions in pit road there.
Yeah, he's trying.
Chris Samard, unfortunately, falls all the way back to P11. Bad pit stop there for the 77.
I don't know if you saw in the old Facebook chat there, Ronnie declaring himself the lights champion.
Yep.
It's like, whatever works for you, Ronnie. He's a good kid. I wish him the best at college, and hopefully, man, he'll get some funding here soon for his ARCA ride, and we'll see him back on TV.
Yep. And meanwhile, Adam Baker's on pit road. Pit farm in his car. Just coming out now. 1 minute 18 on the clock. He was cutting it close a bit there. We're getting some damage repaired on that number 48 BZ Designs Chevrolet. And speaking of Chevrolet, I heard that iRacing are finally bringing out the new Camaro in the next build. So they're going to get the new car just as the chase begins.
Nice. Are they going to switch it, or are they going to do that? Or are they going to stay true to the series, what they've been running all year like we did in Top Fuel, and finish what you started with? I think that was my idea on that, was that you should finish the season with what you started the season with. That's why I wasn't in a big hurry. That, and I wanted to make sure, you know, all the little surprises were out of it.
Yeah, my guess is that they'll probably switch to the new Camaro. And I saw the pictures of the new Ford Mustang today, and oh my god, I'm in love with that car. That is a beautiful car. That's probably the most beautiful NASCAR stock car I've ever seen.
Well, I look forward to seeing them.
Well, Scott, your turn to get us going, buddy.
Cool. If we get another long green flag run here. Had a good one there. The whole first stage went caution free. We just had an incident there that we lost 3 drivers. Well, we lost 2 of them for sure. The other one is back out on track. Here we go.
Johnson's behind the wall.
Yep, he's done. Seth Hatchell gets us going. And the green flag is back out here at Michigan International Speedway. 4 races left here in Southern Motorsports' long season of 26 races here in the regular season. They're going to take an off week after next week at Bristol, and then they'll close it out them final 2 races, and then we'll come back and get the chase going.
Yeah, as you see, Joe Mitchell working to the outside of Keith Moyato. Moyato still struggling with the speed on that 09 machine because of the damage that he got earlier with the incident with Adam Baker. Meanwhile, back for the pack, Kurt Davidson putting a move on Ronnie Osmer as they come towards the line.
Wagner took it behind the wall as well there, Sam. He's done too.
And in about 10 seconds, Tom Clayton's going to be behind the wall too.
Yeah.
So this has suddenly turned into a race of attrition. For some reason, because I can't see how it's turned into a race of attrition, because they've been racing so well tonight. Look at Ronnie Osmond dive into the inside of Kurt Davidson there.
And Kurt Davidson's one of those guys that we were talking about earlier. A couple of them guys sitting on the outside looking in that don't want to give up no spots. So Kurt's going to be one of those guys that's going to battle it up for every spot here tonight. Him and Jay Felton are the 2 out there. and they're running nose to tail right now with Ronnie mixed in the middle there. Both these guys are going to be wanting to shuffle Ronnie behind them.
Yeah. Jay Felton just sitting back there in P7. Just minding his own P's and Q's right now.
They're taking care of them tires after what we saw there in that first stage.
Yeah, and Chris Samard making his way through the field. He restarted back in P13, I think it was, and he's already marching his way through the field. You see him working to the inside of David Gameforth. And David Gameforth had high hopes going into tonight's race. Actually has a win on this track this week in the Cinders Finds Truck Series. SOMO Cinders Finds Truck Series. So knows how to get it done around here, but currently sitting in P10 behind Lupe Gonzalez. Gonzalez having a very quiet race tonight, it seems.
Yeah, we haven't heard much from Lupe lately. Just kind of been quietly riding along here in these last few races. Lupe's no stranger to victory lane here in this league either. He's got 10 career wins in Southern Motorsports.
Remember, he did get a win at Dover this season, so that's a 3 wide for 5th place by the looks of things. Joe Mitchell looks like he's struggling as there goes Kurt Davidson to his outside. There goes Ronnie Osmond to his outside. There goes Jay Felton. Problems for Joe Mitchell here. Joe Mitchell's falling backwards. So Joe Mitchell already fallen back all the way back down to P9.
Did he get into the wall?
I can't see any damage on this car.
Maybe he's just already eating up the tires. You know, even Joe would say he's guilty of burning up his tires. And these tires tonight, they're not lasting at all, so.
No. Ronnie Osmer.
Here comes Osmer.
Yeah, still fighting it out with Kurt Davidson. Oh, as there goes
Oh,
Joe
and there
Mitchell.
goes Joe. Yeah, tires. That's exactly what it is.
Oh,
There's your answer.
Last time we saw him do that was at Talladega, and he destroyed his car. No, it wasn't Talladega. It was Daytona. Last time we saw Mitchell do that, he absolutely destroyed his car and ended up retiring. Luckily, he managed to keep it together this time round, as he's battling with Larry Holloway for that 11th spot now. Meanwhile, back up to Ronnie Osmer. He's just being passed by Jay Felton through turn 2. And
here comes Samard.
Yeah, Samard's coming through as well.
And they got him. That was a two-for deal there. Yeah, Ronnie's got to get off that bottom side. There's too many laps on the tires now. Being all the way down there trying to pass people ain't going to work.
Not at all.
And yes, Tom Clayton was disqualified and is out of this race, Sam.
So we only have 14 drivers left in this race. And we knew it was going to be a struggle with that, with the amount of drivers we have left. Well, the amount of drivers that started this race. We've already lost 4 drivers and 14 left.
Yep, all in the lead lap. This is the good news.
That's
and all within
true.
6.3 seconds last time by at the line. So
Yep.
still pretty competitive races. We're closing in on the halfway point, which will be lap 60 of the scheduled 120.
Yep. We're seeing Ronnie Osmer still falling backwards. He's now got Lupe Gonzalez to his inside as they come out of turn 4. Side by side as he cross the line. Give that position to Ronnie Osmer. As the young man from Louisiana seems to be struggling now, just like Joe Mitchell. So he's going to fall backwards. Meanwhile, back in the front, Seth Hatchell. Got a few good car lengths over Keith Beato at this point, Scott.
Yeah, old Seth, he's been strong here tonight. It's been a while since we've seen Seth have a dominating, controlling run, but he is having exactly that tonight. So good to see Seth, show up again and announce his presence with authority.
Yeah, I'm shocked that he's only got 1 race win on the season, though. His last race win was all the way back at Phoenix, which was, I believe, round 3 of the season. So desperately looking for another race win here tonight, and he's going the right way about it so far.
Yeah, he's feeling good right now, but we still got a long way to go. And he knows that, just like I knew last time when my auto was trying to stalk me down. He knows who's behind him. He's got to stay focused. Because if he doesn't stay focused, he'll give it away pretty quickly.
Yeah, he seems to be going doing okay so far. Meanwhile, there's a battle going on for 4th place. Kurt Davidson and Jay Felton.
Yeah, you see that Jay about damn near lost it coming out of the car there. Good save, but Smart's going to get on by. It's going to cost him a spot, and Lupe is getting a big run on him here, bringing Osmer and the crew with him.
Yep. As here comes Gonzalez. He can sense blood in the water.
Sure can. Can't make no mistakes, man. That's one thing. These guys are all right on top of each other, so even a wiggle will cost you a spot or two.
Absolutely.
That's some pressure when you're out racing on ice.
And I mean, on tyres this old, they've got to be feeling like they're racing on ice. They're already 12 laps on their tyre stint right now, and already they're feeling like they're struggling to control the car as Gonzalez still hunted down Jay Felton. Meanwhile, just in front of them, Chris Simard all over the back of Kurt Davidson, and Simard's on a charge right now.
Well, here's just a guess. At the last stage ended on lap 37. I'm thinking this one's going to end on lap 75. So they're 15 laps away from the end of the stage. When do they pit for tires? I would think it would be within the next lap or two if they're going to do it.
Yeah, but with the break in the caution as well, with the break in the stage with the caution as Keith Mahato gets it a bit sideways coming out of turn 4.
You might see him just go all the way to the end here.
Yeah, because they had that caution at the beginning, like about 4 or 5 laps into stage 2. So that might just be enough to get them to the end of the stage. We're now seeing a 4-car battle for P4 here, as Jay Felton's working to the inside of Kurt Davidson.
Ooh. And Lupe about lost it coming out of the corner there, and he would have drove right into the back of Jay Felton and turned him had he done so. Good save.
Yep. Gonzalez gone from being the silent assassin to making his presence known here tonight. We said we've not seen much of him tonight, but we've seen a lot of him in the past 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, and something tells me that we haven't heard the last of him and what he's going to do here tonight. Lupe is one of those guys that he'll just kind of hang out, and you won't know much about him. He'll just kind of be back there mid-pack. He won't show his hand. And as the race goes on, he gets stronger and stronger, and then by the end of it, he has shown his hand, and sometimes he'll steal it away from him. Like I said, he's no stranger to victory lane here. These guys in front of him, though, they're having some issues coming out of the corner. He's got to be on his toes here.
We can call him Cool Hand Lupe.
There you go. I like that. Cool Hand Lupe.
Not Cool Hand Luke, it's Cool Hand Lupe.
I know. I like it. That might stick.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Ronnie Osmer in a bit of a 3-wide situation there as he's got Gainforth and Jeff Sharp all over his rear fender. Gainforth also on a bit of a charge himself. He's already up to P9 now. Trying to work on the inside of Osmer. Doesn't get the move there, but he's got to watch behind him. Actually, he got it all wrong coming out of turn 2. Scrubbed off a lot of speed and he's lost the position to Jeff Sharp in the same process.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of that tonight. Here comes Lupe making a move on Felton, going underneath him this time. He wants that spot.
Yeah.
Looks like he's going to get it. Strong move from Lupe. Well, Jay's still fighting back on that high side. They're side by side, actually, as they come across the stripe.
Yep.
Jay don't want to give it up. Like I said earlier, Jay's for every point he can get here tonight. Gemmell not here tonight. It's going to open the door for both Davidson and Felton. They're out there right there next to each other racing for those transfer spots. And you got Lupe right in the middle of all this. So exciting action for these guys. And there's Lupe almost losing it coming out of the corner.
Yep, and that's going to let Jay Felton back in again. But
he's trying. Yeah. What a battle. Lupe wins it. Lupe was just resilient. Ooh, look at this, though. Big run from Felton. He got out of it not to run him over.
Yeah, and they're closing in on Kurt Davidson as well. So
and meanwhile, behind them, Ronnie Osmer is closing in on them.
Yeah. So this could be a huge battle here for the last spot in the top 5 here.
Starting to look that way.
Yeah. And if Chris Simard burns... Oh, his Mayato's off! Mayato's...
Oh, wow. Big save. Big save. He's off, but he saved it.
2 nights in a row, he's made a mistake coming out of a corner, and manages to hold on to 3rd place.
I'm telling you, man, does that not make you sick or what? That tells you the talent of the guy you're dealing with right there, folks.
Still holds on to 3rd place, but Chris Simard has gone from being the hunted to the hunter now as he's right behind Mayato as they go through turns 1 and 2.
Sam, when that kind of stuff happens, you just recover from it. If you do recover from it, you just keep going like it never happened. You ain't got time to stop and think about it, especially now. Samard's right on his tail, so he's got no time to think about what just happened. He's just going to try to hit his marks and keep on moving forward.
Absolutely. So this is the battle for third place here between Keith Mayato and Chris Samard. I can only think that Samard will get around Mayato soon, but Mayato's not an easy person to pass.
No, sir.
Even if he's just burned all the goodie off those tyres.
Easier said than done. What a battle back here for 5th place, huh? Lupe's got a whole rear view full of Davidson and Felton, but he's gotten by both of them now.
Yeah, so Gonzalez, despite all the troubles, making his way up to P5 now. Let's check in with Mr. Adam Baker. He's running all by himself now, back in P14. Not having a good night here tonight. He just started enjoying a nice Thursday night ride here.
Well, it started out good. He started on the front row, and they're battling up there for the lead. We got a caution.
Oh, wow.
That was thrown by Kurt Davidson, so I'm not sure if that's the stage or not. That could be the stage.
What is going on here?
I don't know. Lap 67 this time. So the first one was 37 laps. This one was only 30. I'm not sure. I guess we're just playing random stages.
So, lap 67 of 120. Stage 2 comes to an end, and I'm going to guess that is the stage as Seth Hatchell claims stage 2 win. He's got 2 out of 3. Champion Parler going to finish 2nd. Keith Mayato in 3rd. Chris Samard in 4th. Lupe Gonzalez in 5th, Kurt Davidson in 6th, Jay Felton in 7th. 8th is Ronnie Osman, moving 2 spots up from the first stage. Jeff Sharp gets 9th place, and David Gainforth gets the last points in the top 10. So, yeah, that's got to be the stage.
Well, it's been good racing, man. A fun race to call here in Michigan. Only halfway through it. A little over halfway, anyway.
Absolutely. As they're just caught the pace car now, and I'm guessing they're all going to bring it down pit side this time.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's coming to get tires. With this few cars left, I'm surprised you may not see one of these guys that might need a point like Felton or Davidson stay out there and try to get a bonus point, be able to work their way back up to their spots, but neither chose to do that.
Absolutely. While they're taking their pit stops, we're going to take a pit stop of our own as we are going to step away for a quick commercial break. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Stay tuned, and we'll be back with stage reaction.
So what are you afraid of? Those feelings are made up. For anyone asking who is the best, we putting our hands up.
4 more kilometers. Oh, there we go! They cut!
This time, like the last time, I'm moving so fast, I'm ready to ride.
Frankie! Down to the inside, and Hookie's off!
Passenger throws the block, and he will keep him behind him.
My time. None of you people can tell me to stop. Lower the lights down. Hand over my crown. Hand over my heart. I do this for my town. I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time. None of you people can tell me to stop. Turning the track up. I'll never go back down. Hand over my heart. I do this for my town. I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time. None of you people can tell me to stop.
Down into turn number 1. Another slide job and crossover. The brakes are glowing on that left front as we go 3 wide for the third spot. Making sure they won't pull up. Almost in intersection. Almost pushing each other into the intersection and around. It's going to be fun to keep an eye on some of the remade bombers in this one.
Gotta keep an eye on it all, but this is the battle to watch right here, the battle for third.
By the way, a little homework. Morris was able to make it back on track.
As you rejoin us live here at Michigan, their lights are off on the pace car again. Big implications here in this race during the caution. Seth Hatchell making the mistake as my overlay decides to take a crap again.
Go figure.
Yeah.
Them things, they just have a way of not cooperating. Along with trading paints, team speak, iRacing. Shall I keep going?
The list goes on and on and on.
Yep. It's always something new.
We should have the overlay back for you very soon, but Keith Mayato is going to bring it back to green here. So he has control of the race here, the field. As the lights are off at the pace, as the green flag comes out, and Keith Mayato gets him back running again.
Question is, will that damage slow him down and allow these guys to reel him back in? And can Keith keep the tires underneath him? We've seen that be a bit of an issue for Keith tonight, but we'll see what he can do here.
Absolutely.
I'm guessing that was the end of the second stage. We're not positively sure, but I'm guessing this is race on to the end from here. We're going.
It fucking stopped on me. What the hell?
At least I was.
Yeah. Anyway, no, the stream wasn't live.
No, but everything I was saying was accurate.
Yeah.
Auto's starting to pull away now as these guys are racing it up back here for second place. Opala's got a whole handful of Lupe Gonzalez right now.
Yeah, as I'm still trying to get figured out. As yeah, Gonzalez really putting the hammer down this time round. But Keith Mayato, while they're battling behind him, he's got to be grinning behind that helmet of his because he can see them battling behind him. And he knows that he can get away whilst they're doing that.
Yeah, but he also knows that if Lupe clears Papala here, he's probably going to have Lupe on his tail here soon. He knows Lupe Gonzalez. He's raced with Lupe many times. These guys go back, so he knows how strong he is. It's starting to shape up like a Lupe Gonzalez type race. Cool hand Lupe, as Sam calls him.
It's a good name.
I like it. Oh, now Lupe is going to lose a couple spots here.
Yep, getting a bit out of shape.
Well, at least
down to
one.
turn 2. Oh, Ronnie Osmer up there as well in the top 5. Good to see him up there.
Yeah, Ronnie's just kind of hanging on, man. Ronnie just, I don't know. Ronnie's he's got to take a little better care of them tires on the longer run. We've seen him have issues with it, but I think he's learning here. He's getting faster as this race goes on. He was struggling early on, but here he is right here with these guys now.
Yeah, doing okay for himself there as Jay Felton taking a really high line. That's going to let Kurt Davidson try the inside line. Doesn't quite get there.
Yeah, them guys are racing for an all-important transfer position.
Yep. And checking on Seth Hatchell, who got that penalty just after the pit stops and fell to the back of the field due to crossing the blend line. He is back in P9. Already making his way through the field here, Scott, so expect him to be up there at some point.
Yeah, the question is, will we have any more cautions, or will we go caution-free all the way to the end? Well, my auto's really putting some stuff on these guys now, so.
Yep, you see him there in P1. Look at the gap he's got between himself and Papala. But the only reason why he's able to get away is because they're battling really hard behind him.
Papala's doing everything he can to keep these guys behind him.
Absolutely. So we're just about to start lap 80 of 120 here at Michigan. Shane Papala just holding on to second place ahead of Chris Samard. Lupe Gonzalez and Ronnie Osmer. Just a couple of car lengths back is Jay Felton in 6th place. 7th is Kurt Davidson. 8th is Jeff Sharp. 9th now is Seth Hatchell, just running out the top 10. He's having a very quiet run tonight, is Mr. Ron Holyfield.
Yeah, Ron's in that 11th place right now. That other final transfer spot. He's doing everything he can to hold on to his. 12th place didn't show up tonight, but Ron made sure he was here tonight. And he's trying to get as many spots as he can to have that comfort zone going into these final 3 races after this week.
Yeah, and he's doing everything he can to hold on to that last top spot in the top 10. As Joe Mitchell is all over the back of that number 7 Napa machine. Oh, as Mitchell's in the wall.
Oh.
More damage there for the 18. That's gonna really kill off his chances of getting up into the top 5. That's David Gainforth now going to close in on the back of the 18.
I think Joe's going to be one of them guys that's going to be ready for this season to conclude.
He just wants the chase to come along now.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, he's already locked into the chase on race wins, so he just wants to get this these last 3.5 races to get out of the way.
And in case you're wondering what those last 3.5 races are, it's Bristol next week and then a week off. And then Darlington on the 30th. And then September 6th, the regular season will close out at the best racetrack on the planet, in my opinion, Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Oh, yeah. My favorite oval.
I know some people don't like it, but I love that place.
It's one of my favorites, one of my biggest. As far as overall tracks go, Indianapolis is one of my favorites. Spa is probably my other one.
Yeah, both of those, some very, well-known racetracks around the world. Everybody knows Spa that follows road racing, and just about everybody knows Indianapolis. So if you follow any kind of racing.
My ultimate favorite track is a track we're going to in 2 weeks' time, Scott.
Where's that?
Monza.
Yeah, I love that place too. That's why I always throw it on the top fuel schedule. I know you get some of these guys say, "Why we run Formula One tracks?" Well, we basically run the Formula One car. I mean, I know it's different, but it's same concept. It can handle it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love that place too. It's basically wide open.
Expect me to be fast around there because I love that track.
I look forward to going there.
I've done most of my iRacing road course miles on that track and Laguna Seca, but obviously we can't go to Laguna Seca because people don't like it. So
yeah, the corkscrew would cause all kinds of problems for people in that car.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, they couldn't even conquer Milwaukee last night. You think we're going to go to Laguna Seca?
Anyway, speaking of people under pressure, and having all kinds of problems. There goes Seth Hatchell to the inside of Ronnie Osmer. Seth Hatchell, Scott, is back in the top 5.
Yeah, he's on the move. He's a man on a mission. Still plenty of time. But I think he's going to need a little help here. He's going to need my auto to burn up them tires a little more. But he's also going to have to take care of his tires and not scorch them up if this thing does stay green.
Yep. And there he goes into turn 3. He's managed to get the pass done on Ronnie Osmer. But there is pit stops to get out of the way as well, Scott, so that will be a factor too.
Yeah, I'm just curious to see how the green flag pit stops are going to play a role into this race.
Well, my auto usually good on the pit stops. Sometimes makes mistakes though. So, oh, as my auto loses the back end coming out of turn 2.
Wow, yep, it's almost time. What lap did they throw it on? 67, so they went back to the green on what, 70? So we're getting close to almost 20 laps on the tires. So yeah, these guys will be coming to pit road soon if this continues to stay green.
Yeah, absolutely. All 14 cars. Sorry.
But at the same time, I think they got to take it all the way to lap 95 because I don't think they'll be able to get to the end if they don't.
Nope, they won't. As all 14 drivers left running still on the lead lap. Adam Baker still on the lead lap, despite all his troubles. He's still up there on the lead lap. He's ahead of Larry Holloway. Holloway having big problems himself. He's not got that car underneath him tonight. He's got no damage on that 70, but he's a long way back in last place right now.
Yeah, well, you know, Adam's not used to being back there, but sometimes that happens. Adam's just one of those drivers that he's not going to pull over for nothing. He's got to sit back there and run on the back all night. It just, you know, it is what it is, and you move on.
Absolutely.
I got that same mentality, Sam. I don't pull over for nothing. I try to go out there and get as many points as I can. He's already obviously got the regular season locked up, but he's just keeping that mindset, man. He's not going to change that any, and sure ain't going to let up now when we're 3 races away from the chase.
Yep. And Seth Hatchell reeling in these drivers in front of him. You see him there just behind Chris Simard now. Close the gap even more, going through 3 and 4. God, I'm rhyming a lot this week. I don't know what's wrong with me.
About that recovery by my auto up there since he had his moment, man, pulling away again.
Not by too much, though. The gap has been steady at 0.7 of a second between himself and
But at the same time, you would have thought that after that moment they would have reeled him in and passed him, but he has been able to hold them off.
Yeah.
Still got to do it for about 7 more laps, though, counting this one, I think.
Well...
Whoa, and there's Osmer back there having a big moment. Almost lost it. Good save. Here comes Lupe making a move on Papala. Battle for second place here.
Yeah, Lupe's had enough of waiting. He wants to get around that number 89 driver as Papala scrapes the wall there.
Sure did. Just a little bit, though. Nothing's going to slow him down. He's all right.
Well, Lupe's going to get by regardless. He's got the preferred line. He's not using the bottom line. That's the bad line through Michigan for these corners. But he's on the middle line. Papala's going to come down to meet him. Luckily, they don't get close enough to touch, so that's good enough. That's good racing.
Little side arrow there. You can see it.
Yeah.
Oh, wiggling. There goes Lupe. He finally got by.
Yeah.
Samard, I think, is going to start peeking, too. He's going to want to get by now. He's seen Lupe get by. Yep, here comes Samard, already poking his nose under there. That's usually how Samard rolls, man. He'll follow somebody up through the field and he'll just kind of save his stuff till late, and then he'll start making his move.
Yeah.
So this guy's like the silent assassin here. Ooh, as he almost got into the 89.
Yeah.
But here comes Seth. He's coming with him. Boy, they're going to freight train the 89 here. Look at this.
Yep,
I think the 89's had about enough of this. Sorry, Sam.
Yeah, Seth Hatchell stalking everybody in front of him. And Papala going all defensive. He's had enough of being freight trained. He just wants to... He's had enough of being freight trained. He's not going to let Seth Hatchell through easily. Seth Hatchell's going to try the inside line there.
He's flirting with it, isn't he? He was flirting with rewind, but he couldn't get there.
Doesn't quite get it. Going to try the outside line. Not going to make it work. Papala's going to try and fight back on Chris Samard there as they go through 1 and 2. But Samad's just that little bit faster than Papala at this point.
And I think we're about 3 laps away from green flag pit stops. These guys just got to hold on for 3 more laps. Might see 1 or 2 of these guys stretch it, but I wouldn't think they'd stretch it much further than 95. And you might even see 1 or 2 of these guys come in a lap or 2 early.
Yeah. Lupe Gonzalez, meanwhile, he's checked out from those 3, and he's hunting down one Keith Mayato. Mayato, though, is he did actually extend his lead after all that. He got it to above a second. 1.3 seconds is the gap actually now between himself and Gonzalez.
Oh, yeah, they were all back to racing it up.
Yeah, Gonzalez got a bit of a wiggle coming out of turn 2.
What happened to Ronnie?
I do not know. He's come down for fresh tyres. So the Osmo, the first one to blink.
Yep. I was going to say what happened to Ronnie, but yeah, he's the first one to come down pit road. But he's just sitting there.
Not moving.
Uh-oh.
Problems for Ronnie. I might have been speeding in pit road.
Yeah, I'm watching him. There he goes. I bet that's what it was. Speeding penalty.
Let's watch how he comes down pit road. Yeah, speeding. Wow, the speed coming down here. Almost loses the back end going across the cones. And yeah, that's a speeding penalty.
Tough break for Ronnie. He's definitely going to need a caution now to bail him out.
Yeah, and he's already a lap down as well. I mean, I'm sure he'll get that lap back once the pit stops shake out, but he's going to be a long way behind.
Yeah, he's going to need a caution. Now, I look for him to come to pit road at the end of this lap, or if not, very, very, very soon.
Papala holding on for dear life. He's back up to 3rd place. He's got around Chris Samard. Seth Hatchell went with him. Samard's fallen back to 5th place now. So everybody's struggling on these tyres now. Everybody except for Keith Mayato by the looks of things, because Mayato's just in control of the field right now.
Yep, he's recovered nicely, hasn't he?
Yep.
Question is, are they coming to pit road? Doesn't look like it this time.
Not the top 5 anyway. Let's take a look at... No, nobody's bringing it down yet.
Nope. Gonna stretch it out as long as they can here on this run. That way it's a shorter run there at the end and they can push a little harder.
Now, is it me, or is Adam Baker starting to reel in Joe Mitchell?
I haven't been paying attention to that battle, to be honest with you.
Ron Holyfield's just been down pit road, so he was the second man to blink. But he manages to get out ahead of Ronnie Osmer. Naturally, obviously, because of Ronnie Osmer's penalty.
But to answer your question, it does look like Adam's actually reeling him in. That's from Joe getting in the wall. Joe's way off the pace out there. And they're not far behind Gainforth, so...
As we got pit stops happening.
Yep, Mitchell and Gainforth coming to pit road.
Yeah, Hatchell and Gonzalez down at pit road as well. I want to see what happened here, because Hatchell's in front of Gonzalez. Actually, Gonzalez came down to the apron very early. Hatchell went around him and got into pit road before him, so...
Nice. Good move.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can lose a lot of time. If you pit with other guys on the same lap, you can lose a lot of time with somebody slowing you down. So, yeah, I always try to make sure that if I'm pitting with other people, it's very few, and most of the time I try to pit by myself because I don't want guys slowing me down. I practice that stuff. So I usually try to come in as hard as I can, and not everybody does that.
Yeah, as Keith Mayato's in pit road with Chris Samard and Jeff Sharp.
Lupe beat Seth out, though. Seth might have beat him in, but Lupe beat him out. What matters? Coming out.
23 laps to go here. Mayato's in pit road. He hit his marks absolutely perfectly. Question is...
Needed to.
Question is, will he get out ahead of the guys behind him, Seth Hatchell?
Oh, Lupe in the wall. Lupe just got in the wall coming through 3 and 4 as Papala was pitting. I don't know if that had something to do with it, but Lupe wound up going up there and getting the wall.
Yep, Seth Hatchell's around him, and it looks like Seth Hatchell might take the lead here as he's coming through turns 1 and 2. Is Mayato going to be fast enough to stay in front? No, he's not. As Seth Hatchell is now back at the front again, despite the penalty he had midway through the race. he's now back at the front again. So good rebound there for Seth Hatchell to get back to the front again.
Hell yeah, that's an awesome rebound. Only problem is now he's got Keith Mayato behind him on 4 Mr. Feelgoods. And Keith is still trying to get that thing up to full speed. So we'll see what happens once he gets this thing back up to full speed.
Yep, Adam Baker, meanwhile, just bringing it down pit road himself. Stayed out an extra lap. Larry Holloway, very slow coming onto pit road. Not sure what's going on there. I think Holloway's out of fuel. Either that or he's being very, very cautious coming down pit road. Either way, Seth Hatchell is going to come down now and reassume the lead here of the race.
I can already see Mayato reeling him in.
Yep. So we're going to have one hell of a battle for the last 20 laps of this race. Oh, 21 laps. I've been known to be wrong from time to time. So, Seth Hatchell won the race off pit road, but Keith Mayato on those is 1 lap fresher tyres. Not sure if that's going to help him completely, but he's definitely still right behind Hatchell now as they come across the line. We do have 20 laps to go this time round.
And we got a race.
Yep. Hatchell doing everything he can to keep Mayato behind him.
I know the feeling. I just experienced that last night.
Yeah, and despite hitting the wall, Lupe Gonzalez still holding on to 3rd place, but Chris Simard looks like he's starting to reel in the 53.
A little bit.
Yeah, Shane Papala losing out. The biggest loser out of the pit stops, actually. He's a long ways back in 5th place. And it looks like Jay Felton is starting to catch him as well.
Guy like Samard, who's used to just kind of taking a slow pace, and now he's able to ramp up his game a little bit because he knows he's only going so far on those tires.
Yeah, and Seth Hatchell still doing everything he can to stay ahead of Mayato. Mayato probably feeling the pressure a bit more though, desperate to get another race win on the season. I mean, Keith, you've got enough race wins this season. Just give one to Seth for once.
Yeah, but he's built like I am, Sam. He wants to win them all.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you can't win them all, but you try to win them all. Ooh, and Lupe Gonzalez about lost one right there. Here comes Samard. He's going to get by. Lupe held on to it, but he's going to lose a spot to Chris Samard, who's going to move up to 3rd place. And now he's got his sights set on reeling in the 09 and the 8 up here and seeing if he can't steal this thing.
Yeah, and Chris Samard, another driver looking for his 2nd race win of the season. Lupe Gonzalez,
a silent assassin.
Yep. We've got Cool Hand Lupe there in 4th place, having a bit of a struggle there, but he's 2.2 seconds to the good over Shane Papala. And Papala is going to be under pressure soon because Jay Felton has found some speed in that number 9 Hooters machine and is reeling him in very quickly.
Yeah, Jay Felton's been one of these guys here in the last few weeks that has just been a man on a mission. And as I stated earlier, the mission being the chase. And with Gemmel not showing up tonight, if he can finish ahead of Davidson here, he's going to be that 12th and final man come next week with 3 races to go as they go to Bristol. So literally right now, he is racing for his 12th and final spot in the chase.
Yeah. 17 laps to go here, about to be 16 laps to go. And they come across the line. Mayato's taking the lead here, Scott.
Sure has. I don't know what we missed, but we got a new leader. And here comes Hatchell. He's coming right back. He's not giving up. He's making the move underneath. Going to try to get underneath him here. So hope they don't get into each other. Seth slides way up the track into the wall. Man, we missed something big time here. Seth's panicking.
Let's go back and find out. There they go, going through turns 3 and 4 on the previous lap. Oh, I take that back. That's
it looks like he just got a big run on him. It looks like just passed him legitimately.
Yeah, going down the backstretch there. You see Mayato just ducking to the inside. Big dive into turn 3. Side by side as they go through 3 and 4. And Hatchell just unable to do anything about it, and Mayato moving to the point. Meanwhile, Hatchell, after hitting the wall there, is going to be under pressure from Chris Samard now as well.
Yeah, I think it's going to come down to Samard and Mayato now. Samard, it's just a matter of time before he gets by Seth now. Seth's wounded, and I think Chris is going to get on by. He wants to do it sooner than later, because that gives him more time to start working on the 09 up here. He knows that Keith can just drive away. The 8 is doing everything he can right now to throw Samard off his game, but Samard's going to get by.
Yeah, Samard working to the outside of Seth Hatchell now as they go through 1 and 2. 14 laps to go here, and Hatchell going to win that little skirmish there, but I can't help but think well, Chris Samard's going to get a big run going towards turn 3, and he does. Look at the side draft he's getting off him as they go towards turn 3, Scott.
And a big wiggle from the 8 there, and now he's by him. Now, will we see him reel in the shark, or will the shark swim away? Which we're not used to seeing. Usually it's the shark doing the stalking, but he's trying to get away tonight.
So Chris Samard has gone from being the silent assassin to the shark hunter.
Yep. It was just Shark Week.
Every year, everybody gets excited about Shark Week. I don't see the I don't see the
Me
fascination.
neither. I just thought that was a good place to plug that.
Everybody get. I don't know what it is with you guys in America. You always get really excited about Shark Week. Like,
Shark's a shark me, man. I used to go shark fishing when I was a kid with my dad and his buddies out on the boat at Key Wading in Naples, Florida. So, you know, sharks are sharks. And look at that. Throw it all out the window, man. We got ourselves a caution. We're going to have ourselves a shoot 'em out. About 8 laps.
David Gameforth in trouble. Take a look at what happened there. He's battling with Joe Mitchell. Joe Mitchell finds himself a lap down as well, so I'm not sure if there was a problem there for Mitchell. As Gameforth working on the back as... Oh, Mitchell tagged him. Mitchell got into the left rear of... The right rear of Gameforth and just put him in the wall. And Mitchell's put his car behind the wall.
Wow. Tough break, man. We were so close to the end, too. Long race like this, to not finish it, man, those burn me up, man.
Yeah, we'll take a look at it again. As you see, looks like Gameforth came up the track slightly, didn't realise. I don't think Gameforth was listening to his spotter because he came up the track slightly and Joe Mitchell was still there, and unfortunately that's how the whole melee happened. Mitchell just turning Gameforth into the outside wall.
You know who this helps out tremendously?
Chris Samard.
Well, not just Samard, but Seth Hatchell. This bails him out. Now he's got a shot to get 4 Mr. Feelgoods here. Get a little bit of optional fix. Not much, just a little bit. He'll get at least an assessment on it and see how bad it is. And who knows, maybe with these 4 Mr. Feelgoods now and only an 8-lap shootout coming, he could have a chance to steal this thing again, even though it looked like he was done there.
Yeah. And they all hit their marks perfectly in pit road, so this is going to be a clean race out of pit road to see who can get out first, and it looks like it might be Chris Samard's already down and away. Is he going to get out ahead of Moyato? It's close. Pipala coming out third.
Oh, that was close. I don't know who got that. Looks like Samard got it. Oh, wow. Things have changed.
Yeah,
we'll see when they come out here. It may be a different story. Maybe just driving out first. We'll see once they get out on the track.
I'm sure it was Keith Moyato that got out first, and just Chris Samard.
It looked like it. Yeah, it looked like it.
Look at Shane Pipala up to third place now after those pit stops. Great pit stop for him. Demoting Seth Hatchell back to P4.
Yep, and it looks like Samar's going to let the 09 go on by. So Moyato is your leader.
And Lupe Gonzalez had the pit stop from hell. He's dropped all the way back down to P12.
Tough break. How about Adam Baker?
Adam Baker's come from nowhere. He's up into P7 now.
Yep. He's trying to get all the spots he can. That's that mentality, Sam.
Never say die.
Take no prisoners. Don't leave any points on the track. I used to have Rudy in my ear when I first started calling races with him about that all the time. And after hearing that so much, when I started league racing, it was just natural, man. It was just like, I wasn't very good in these NASCARs, but I still went back out there even with a beat up car and finished the races. And then when we started IndyCar racing, it was just an every race thing for me. So it's a good habit to get into for you young iRacers out there. Don't quit them races if you don't have to. I mean, I know you probably got better shit to do, but at the same time, it'll teach you in the long run how to just be stronger.
Absolutely. It's just you got to have that never say die attitude when it comes to racing. You can't just give up at the first wreck. And this is what I tell to drivers like Tyler Vickery, Joe Morganti, those kinds of people. Don't give up so soon, because you never know what can happen near the end. And Adam Baker is definitely proving that right now.
That's right. Just out there trying to pick up as many positions as he can. He locked up the regular season a long time ago, about a month ago, maybe even a month and a half ago. And he's still out there just trying to get as many positions as he can, just keeping that mindset of trying to do the best he can, because when the chase starts, man, this guy's going to be a serious contender for the title. He's the all-time wins leader here in Southern Motorsports.
Yep, that all-times winner ratio might be shortened, though, if Keith Mayata can get the win here tonight.
Yeah, he wants it. He wants it. And it's going to be about the same amount of laps as we had last night, where he restarted second. Tonight he's going to restart the leader. He's in the position I was in last night, as restarting as the leader. So he controls his destiny right here, and he's just got to take care of his car and do his thing, hit his marks.
And the weird thing about Keith Mayata is that he is actually the reigning champion, I believe. So he's looking to retain his title this season, and he's definitely going a very good way about it by winning as many races as he can. Yes, he's not the points leader, but he's definitely got his foot in the door for a championship, to retain his championship here this season.
Well, I know he wants to close this one out. Next time around, going to have 8 laps to do it.
Well, and it's just as well it's your turn to get us going again, Scott.
All right.
One final time.
Question is, do any of these other guys have anything for these 2 guys on the front row? Can the 8 back there recover from him just getting into the wall not too long ago? Can Papala finally put something together here and get it to the front? He's been flirting all night with getting to the front. Led a couple laps there on pit transition, but has not been out front in control of the race yet. And then you got Jay Felton and Kurt Davis and the wild cards back there, just trying to race their way into a chase spot. And with the 12th spot not showing up tonight, one of them's going to get it. Looks like it's going to be Jay Felton.
The thing about Papala is he's always fantastic on a short run, but it's the long run that hurts him. So watch for him on this short run.
8 laps, folks. Here we go. Buckle up. Pace car's off. And there goes my auto. We are racing. 8 laps to go. Green flag is out here at the Big M, Sam. Who's going to win this thing, man?
Well, Shane Papala's already throwing his hat into the ring as he moves to the inside of Chris Samard going into turn 1. So Shane Papala, a fantastic restart for him. He's already on the P2.
We're wrecking.
There's a wreck behind.
Lupe.
And Lupe Gonzalez. So we're going to restack him.
Yeah, we'll re-rack them one more time. We'll get one more restart, probably about 3 laps. And they will not come down this time.
Oh, Ron Holyfield involved in that as well. And unfortunately, it was Larry Holloway that started that. Let's take a look at Holloway. Drift up the track. Actually, no. It might actually have been Gonzalez. Gonzalez came up the track just as Holloway was coming up the track, and they kind of met in the middle. And Gonzalez coming off the worst one out of that one. So, unfortunate there for Lupe Gonzalez. But
and Lupe was just up there. We were just talking about him possibly winning this race just 20 minutes ago.
Yep, unfortunately, we're going to re-rack him and restack him and get him going again. Shane Papala's put himself right in the catbird seat here, Scott.
Well, I think this really helps out my auto, man. This is 4 more laps that he gets to run under pacing conditions, and now it's just going to be a 3-lap battle. So instead of having to hold these guys off for 8 laps, he's just going to have to do it for 3.
Yep, and we will definitely have one more restart here tonight on both for broadcasting. And before we do that, we are going to go and step away for just a couple of minutes for another commercial break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. You do not want to miss this finish.
So what are you afraid of? Those feelings are made up. For anyone asking who is the best, we putting our hands up.
4 more kilometers. Oh, there we go! They touch!
This time, like the last time, I'm moving so fast, I'm ready to ride.
Frankie! Down to the inside of Hookie's off!
Passenger throws the block, and he will keep him behind him.
My time. None of you people can tell me to stop. Lower the lights down. Hand over my crown. Hand over my heart. I do this for my town. I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time. None of you people can tell me to stop. Turning the track up. I'll never go back down. Hand over my heart. I do this for my town. I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time. None of you people can tell me to stop.
And we're back live here from Michigan. 3 laps is all it's going to need to end this thing. Next flag will win. Will end the race. Question is, who's going to be at the front when that flag comes out? At the moment, it's Keith Moyato in the catbird seat, but after that restart that Shane Papala had, you got to think he's got to be up there too, Scott.
Yeah, I'm not ruling any of these guys out. I think he's got the best chance here, but anything could happen, and any of these guys are capable of taking away from him here in the top 8, 9, 10 spots. So Never know. Here we go. Pace car's off. Time to rock and roll. Waiting on my auto. There he goes. We're going again. Last 3 laps. Caution comes out now. It'll end where they stand. Yep. They got 3 circuits to try to get by the 09.
And they're not going the right way about it so far, as Keith Moyato has already stretched out a couple of car lengths leaders. Here comes Chris Samard to the inside of Shane Parler. Through turn 2 now. Side by side as they go down the backstretch. Samard going to get the inside line as they go towards turn 3. Meanwhile, while they're battling behind him, Keith Moyato is just stretching out that lead. But Chris Samard finally got the spot away from Pipala. Now he's going to try and chase down Moyato with his last 2 laps. Popsicle sticks
He's
out
got
this
2
time
laps.
out. Yeah.
2 laps to do it. Yeah, that's exactly what Moyato wanted to see. He was hoping they'd last a little longer back here battling it up. But yes, Samard won the battle, and he's coming. But he's got about a lap and a half once they come out of here to get something done.
He's getting closer, though. Samard.
He is.
If anybody's going to take it away from Moyato, it's going to be Chris Samard. And he's going the right way about it. He's getting closer and closer to that 09 as they go towards turn 3. White flag will be out this time by. And Chris Samard is running out of time.
He sure is, and I think it's going to be tough. It's easier said than done. I think we're wrecking back here.
Almost.
Almost. Boy, that was close. I thought that was going to bring out the caution. Samard's got 1 more circuit. He better get it done now. He needs nitrous. He needs to push that button because he's running out of time.
Yeah, and here comes Shane Pipala. He's going to try and take another stab at Samard, but he's too far back. Kurt Davidson's moved his way up to 4th place, and he's going to be in contention for possibly a top 3. Seth Hatchell hits the wall coming out of 2. Time is running out for Chris Samard as they go into turn 3. Pipala going to try and take another dive going into turn 3, but Kurt Davidson's there too as well. He's going to defend, but Keith Moyato going to come out of turn 4. Keith Moyato is going to get a win here. It's another one for the season, and Keith Moyato claims another victory at Michigan.
He sure does. Dahl strikes again, folks. Another sequel tonight. Absolutely. Good win for the 09. He held him off, but I'll tell you what, if that had to go any longer, I think that would have played into Samard's hands. You can see how strong Samard can be on the short run when he wants to be, and he was definitely right there. Had it went any further, maybe he would have had a shot, but lucky for Moyato, that caution came out there at the end, and he only had to defend for 3 laps instead of 8. And he is your winner tonight here at the Big M.
And here's your big question, Scott. Who is tonight's Beaufort Driver of the Night?
Well, let's take a look here. I would have to say that the driver of the night, I would give it to Kurt Davidson. Because as it's going to shake out here, I think Jay Felton's still going to have the 12th and final transfer spot. But Davidson's going to finish 4 spots ahead of Felton here. He's going to finish in 4th place. And he's going to close that gap between Felton. So even if Felton does have that 12th spot, he's going to be within like 3 or 4 points of that spot. So he's set himself up nicely for these final 3 races. So my vote's for Kurt Davidson.
So, yeah, Kurt Davidson claiming the Beaufort Driver of the Night here. As I'm trying to find a decent screenshot for Keith Moyato. There we go. That'll do. Anyway,
I'll bring Papala up here and we'll get the interviews to rolling.
Absolutely. As I'll let you conduct that interview. As joining us in the booth now is 3rd place finisher, Mr. Shane Pipala, and Scott, you're with him right now. Sorry.
Shane, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, Shane, you gave it a hell of a try, man. You were up there all night long, running there in the top 3 or 4, and there on that last restart, you had a shot. But how did you think this race was going to conclude there before that last caution? Did you guys think that you were going to get another caution like that and only cut it down to 3 laps? It kind of killed you guys' chances for a legitimate shootout there, making it only 3 laps.
Yeah, I was hoping before that second caution came out that it was going to be green the rest of the way because I felt like I was going to get up maybe 2nd, 3rd, but with those cautions at the end there, I wasn't very good on restarts right firing off, so it was pretty tough, and Chris got a great run on me going into 1, got underneath me, and I just couldn't do anything with him.
Well, all in all, man, still a pretty solid finish here tonight. The regular season's closing down, and you're looking pretty good as far as the chase going. Are you just pretty much focused now at this point, or just trying to get the best finish you can, and you're just ready for the chase to start?
I really like to get a win. It'd be nice to go into the chase with at least one win. I've been close a lot of times this year, a lot of seconds, a lot of thirds. Just can't seem to seal the deal. So yeah, I'm definitely focused going into it, trying to stay consistent because ultimately that'll get you through the first couple of rounds. But I really want to get that win, but it's not worth wrecking getting it, I guess. So
That's true because by not wrecking, you've accumulated all them points that are going to get you into them championship rounds, so and give you the chance to battle for the grand prize. But with that said, how you feeling about your chances of winning next week at Bristol?
fortunately, I'm gonna miss Bristol next week. I got some work stuff to take care of, but I wish I was going to Bristol because I really felt like I got a shot to win there in the spring. Finished second to Keith, shocking, but it was a good race, so I'm gonna miss that one for sure.
Well, that sucks, man. Will you be back after the break at Darlington on the 30th?
Yeah, I should be good to go the rest of the year, so it's got one more race to take care of.
Good deal, Shane. Well, good job tonight, man. Ultimately bringing home a podium finish and getting that third place spot. I'm sure you got some folks you want to thank, so I'll let you have the floor.
Yeah, I definitely want to thank all you guys at Bow for Broadcasting for coming on and putting on our series. You guys do a great job. I'd like to thank Portside, Land Rover, and Jaguar for being the series sponsor. I got to thank my sponsor, CoffeeAndGlitterMom.com. And I got to thank all my teammates at SK Motorsports, Brandon, Kurt, Tim. It's enjoyable to race out here with everybody, and I really appreciate everybody's hard work. And I'd like to thank my wife for letting me have my hobbies and have some fun.
All right, dude. Well, good job tonight, man. We'll see you when you get back at Darlington.
All right, guys, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Good job, Shane. Sam.
Thanks.
And that was Mr. Shane Papala. And joining me in the booth now is our second place finisher, Mr. Chris Samard. When he gets up here, he's still celebrating. Bless him. I'll grab him. There he is. He's finally made his way up to the booth. Chris, you gave it all you got near the end of the race there, but ultimately coming up short. How do you feel about the end of that race there?
Honestly, I'm just happy. I finished second behind Keith. That's my teammate, so I'm not too discouraged about that. And I think I could have made a run there if there was another few laps, but he's really fast all the way around. So
yeah, and I've got to ask, how are you feeling after that big hit you had yesterday?
Oh, I'm feeling good. My pride is a little
Bacon.
injured there, but yeah, I lost it, and I barely corrected it, and it just hooked and went into the wall. And oh man, I was gonna finish good there too, but
yeah,
I've gotten over it. So,
but anyway, back to tonight. Had another strong run here, Chris. That's gonna pretty much put you in the chase at this point. Well, you're already in the chase due to the race when you had earlier this season, but you're looking very strong coming to the end of the season. How do you think you're going to conserve that and carry it over into the chase? Do you reckon you can?
I think I can. I've been having, besides last week when my connection was kicked me out. I was running pretty strong at Watkins Glen too, so I think I can carry it over into the playoffs and see what I can do. I mean, into the chase. I'm encouraged that I'm fit. I'm getting the finishes that I want to get. So
absolutely. Well, next week we head to the famous track known as Bristol. I know you did well there last time round, so what do you reckon you can do there this time round?
I actually feel bad because I won't be able to make it. I'm on vacation next week, so I won't be here Thursday night. I feel bad, but I'm going to be missing one of my favorite tracks, but I'm looking forward to vacation anyway, so get a little bit of relaxation for the last push.
Well, let me rephrase the question then, because you're going to get a 2-week vacation now. Because obviously, if you miss Bristol, you're going to obviously have the week off after that. You're going to be returning at Darlington. That's going to be throwback week. Just give us your thoughts on that and what you can do there.
Darlington is one of my favorite tracks. It's so demanding. So you drive so fast there, and you're inches away from the wall, and especially coming off a 2, it's really hard. So it's gonna be you're gonna have to save your stuff actually at Darlington to actually do well. So I typically do a good job at saving my tires, but I expect to hit the wall a couple of times. I can't get out of it at Darlington. I don't think anyone's gonna go out of there unscathed.
The good old Darlington stripe. Have you got your throwback scheme picked out already?
I do actually. It's a throwback for Darrell Waltrip's Mountain Dew car. So.
Oh yeah, that's a good paint scheme. But anyway, Chris, congratulations on the second place here tonight. Is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out and a thanks to for tonight's result?
Yeah, I'd like to thank you guys up in the booth, both for broadcasting. You guys do an awesome job. Coffee and Glitter Mom for sponsoring this race. Portside, Jaguar, and Land Rover for sponsoring the series. And my teammates and my wife and son.
Okay, Chris. Well, good luck and have a great vacation. And we'll see you when you come back at Darlington.
All right, guys. Have a good night. Thank you.
And that was our second place.
Good
finisher.
job, Chris.
That was our second place finisher.
Thanks, Scott.
Mr. Chris Simard, as joining us in the booth now is our race winner. Yet another race win, and probably going to get some redemption for last night's disappointment. Keith Mayato. Scott, I believe you're with him right now.
Yes, sir. And I know you got to be feeling better tonight now, man.
A little bit. I was definitely upset that I turned Adam that early in the race. I pissed myself off on that one. That was definitely not intentional. So I felt bad that way, and it definitely feels good winning, especially compared to last night. I thought Sam was going to throw an interview in there and try to throw
I could have done it. I could have done it.
You know what? It's funny you say that because there, when you got that caution with 10 to go or whatever it was, I thought about asking Sam to interview someone, but then I was no, we just won't do that tonight.
Can't do it two.
And I would have probably picked you, Keith. So
I can't do that 2 nights in a row.
I probably ignored you this time.
Well, good to see you win, man. Congratulations, dude. I know that feeling to have you behind me, stalking me last night, trying to get that one from me. And these guys had that feeling tonight. And I was telling Sam, man, if you got back to the front, you'd be tough to beat. And sure enough, man, you got back to the front. You look like the class of the field again. So tell us a little bit about your race, about some of the things that happened after the incident with Adam, and how you were able to work your way back to the front, and then how much stronger you were once you got to the front than where you were earlier in the race.
Well, yeah, after I got that deal with Adam, I was just trying to, I guess, just survive the end of that stage because the car really got away from me. And then I realized how fast Seth was. And that was the next big contender. And he was ridiculously fast, especially on long runs. And then he made the mistake. I guess he beat me out of the pits. And for some reason, instead of just, letting me by on the backstretch, he just checked up and went up onto the track. And I was like, I think he's going to get penalized for that. So I thought I was, clear sailing. I wasn't going to worry about Seth for the rest of the race. And then at the end of in the last stage there, that one green flag run, I saw him up in fourth, only like under 2 seconds back. I was like, holy crap, he's gonna be back at it again. And then he beat me out of the pits. And I didn't think I was going to get by him because I couldn't really keep up with him. But I think because he pitted a little earlier, and maybe he overdrove the first couple laps on the fresh tires, that I was able to easily get by him once I just kind of calmed myself down. And the last few 10 laps, even though I knew Shane, I kept telling Chris, I'm like, oh, I'm worried about Shane and Seth. I'm like, but I'm also worried about you. Because if you have a chance, I know he's going to go for it. And I was just trying to manage it without making any mistakes. And I did just that.
Yeah, you did, man. And you got a little help there at the end, too, there in those final 8 laps with that extra little caution there at the end where you only had to defend for 3 laps instead of 8. So that kind of helped you out a little bit, too. But, yeah, man, that's your 8th win of the season and 25th of your career here in SOMO, man. So you win quite a bit. Are we going to see that same theme once the chase starts here in a few weeks?
I'm hoping so. I hope I can keep it going. It seems competition has stepped up compared to last year. It's definitely definitely changed. I don't have that long run advantage like I used to, where I could just pull away like 5-6 seconds each run. Everyone's close, and I can barely pull away 2 seconds on these guys. So it's tough, and it keeps me on my game, and that's probably why I get into a little more trouble, because I'm trying to push harder, look for different lines just to move away from these guys, and I can't do it.
Yeah, competition will do that to you, man. It'll make you, strive to be better, and sometimes that can get you in trouble. But I got faith in you once the chase starts that you're going to be a strong competitor for that championship, and I know you're going to give Adam and Joe and Chris and Seth and Lupe and all them guys, Shane, all them guys that are championship contenders a run for their money. So, but with that being said, man, I know you're a race guy. You go from race to race, and you don't overlook any of them. How you feeling about your chances next week at Bristol?
Well, the funny thing is, teammates brought it up, and because I hated Bristol, right? And I ended up winning there last time. So I guess we'll just see what happens. I have no clue.
All right, man. Well, anybody you want to thank tonight for this victory here tonight? Your 25th overall here in the league.
I'd just like to thank, my teammates from GAC, Dave and Chris. I'd like to thank Coffee and Glitter Mom for sponsoring the race tonight, Portside for sponsoring the series, and yourself and Sam for doing a great job with BOFA.
And not jinxing
you.
And yeah, you should thank us for not jinxing you again tonight.
Yes, I thank you. Thank you very much for doing that.
All right, Jaws. Well, good job, man, and good to see you bounce back tonight and get this win here tonight. I know you were feeling, down on yourself about letting that podium slip away last night, losing those points, but way to bounce back tonight, man, and avenge last night.
Yeah, stay away from that sneaky curb. Thanks, Scott. Have a good night, guys.
All right, Keith. Sam.
Well, before we go, we are going to speak to Kurt Davidson and have a word with him, because obviously he's our BOFA driver of the night, and get a few words in with him if you can drag him up.
I think he just left as I went to grab him.
No, he's moved to another.
Okay. Yeah, where'd he go? There he is. Okay. I was going to say, I just went to grab him and he disappeared.
We're just trying to find Kurt Davidson. He's probably celebrating his 4th place, and he's right here with me now. Kurt, a great run near the end there, and we dragged you up here because we want to let you know that you got the BOFA driver of the night here tonight for the run that you've had here tonight. Coming home 4th place tonight, that must please you a bit here.
Yeah, being I ran like 8th or 9th all day, I'll take 4th.
Yeah, and you definitely put on one hell of a show, and it's put you in a good position with the chase coming up as well. Just give us your thoughts on that, because you finished ahead of quite a few contenders for those last chase spots, and obviously Ryan Gemmell not making it tonight either, so it's looking good for you with the chase coming up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really race for the chase right now. I hope to qualify, but that's not what I come out here for. I come out here to have a lot of fun and race hard with these guys, and what happens. If I make it, I make it. It's good that I'm in a better position now than I was yesterday, so I'll take it.
Well, Kurt, just to tell you how close you're going to be, you finished 4 spots in front of Jay, so I'm guessing you guys use the same point system as NASCAR, so that's 4 points. You guys are Jay's going to move into that 12th spot, but finishing 4 spots ahead of him, you're going to cut that 7-point lead down to 3. So that's how close you're going to be.
That'll be interesting, because we seem to run around each other a lot, so that'll be fun.
Well, Kurt, moving ahead to next week, we head to the tricky little short track known as Bristol. Just give us your thoughts on that one, and you reckon you can take away that chase spot there?
Anything can happen at Bristol, but it's a fun place. I like running there. I just always seem to have some bad luck there. I mean, I think it was in the spring. I might have been top 5 at the time, and just a little bit of nose damage, and the car blew up on just in the middle of a run. So anything can happen there. Who knows?
Well, congratulations on getting both driver of the night and coming home 4th tonight. Is there anybody you'd like to thank for tonight's result?
Yeah, you guys up in the booth, both for broadcasting, for putting on a good, fun show to watch. Paul for putting on a good league here at SOMO, Portside, Jaguar, Land Rover. See, I remembered it this time.
Yeah.
And my teammates at SK Motorsports.
Okay, Kurt. Well, congratulations one more time, and we'll see you next week at Bristol.
All right, thank you.
Good job, Kurt. And give him hell trying to get in that final chase spot, man. Go after it.
10-4.
Good luck, man.
Thank you.
As that was our winner of the BOFA driver of the night and the man coming home in 4th place, Mr. Kurt Davison. Well, that's got to do it here tonight. Let's go through our results here as Keith Mayata bringing home career win number 25 here tonight. Coming home just 1/10 of a second ahead of Chris Samard, who comes home in 2nd. Shane Papala coming home in 3rd, but gave it a good go to try and bring home his first win of the season. He comes home in 3rd. Kurt Davison, we just spoke to him there. He comes home in 4th. And in 5th place was Seth Hatchell. What could have been for him? Scott, he was having such a good run tonight. Jeff Sharp, 6th. Adam Baker rebounding for 7th place, despite that damage he got early on in the race in the mix-up he had with Keith Mayata. So good rebound for him. Jay Felton falling back to 8th place, and Ronnie Osmer coming home in 9th. Larry Holloway completes the top 10, Scott.
Ron Hollyfield will come home 11th. Going to be a good finish for him because he's in that 11th transfer spot. So he's trying to do his best right now to hold on to his spot. And these guys charging up here, Jay Felton and now Kurt Davidson. You know, Ron could still lose his spot. So 11th, pretty solid finish for him tonight. David Gainford, 12th. Lupe Gonzalez, he was up there battling for the lead at one time. Unfortunately, going to finish 8 laps down. First car off the lead lap in 13th. Joe Mitchell, 14th. Tom Clayton, 15th. Braden Johnson, 16th. Jeff Glockner, 17th. And made his debut here tonight, Joe Morgani will finish it and round out this field of 18.
Yeah, Byron Rodney unfortunately not taking the green here tonight. Well, that is going to do it here tonight for SOMO at Michigan. We've gone from one super speedway, and next week we're going to the short track known as Bristol. But before that, we're going to take a night off tomorrow night, but Saturday we're back here with the Major League Esports as they come to Michigan with the K&N machines. And then Sunday, we're going down under, Scott.
Yeah, that we are to Phillip Island, one of my favorite road courses, if not my favorite road course on iRacing. I love that place on a Pro Mazda. And man, let me tell you what, the setup is hooked up. That is going to be so much fun. We're going to be able to push the hell out of that car.
Yeah, it's going to be one hell of a race. So join me in the booth for that one on Sunday night, as I'll be taking a break from racing and being in the booth for that one. Monday we are moving on to the Paskey's Cardiac Truck Series as they head to another tricky little short track known as Dover. It's not really a short track, but it's short enough, which is Bristol on crack apparently, so I don't know.
It's like Daytona in the Pro Mazda.
Yeah. But yeah, we had fun around there. Well, you guys had fun.
Did.
You guys had fun. I was up in the booth for that one. But anyway, yeah, we go to Dover with the Paskey's Cardiac Truck Series as they return to fierce action to get more points as they get closer to their chase. Tuesday we're offers, and then Wednesday we are back with the Top Fuel Racing IR18 Series as they head to the tricky triangle known as Pocono, Scott.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Real World IndyCar is going to Pocono, so Rick Ravon talked to him to scheduling Pocono that week, so I'm looking forward to it, man. We've got a Real World IndyCar driver in there racing with us, so it's going to have quite a feel to it this time around going to Pocono. And that just happens to be one of my better tracks, so I'm looking forward to going there and racing.
I was going to say, Pocono's like, you've had more wins around Pocono than anybody else in this league. I'm guessing your chances are going to be pretty good, but it's a new car around there, Scott. It might be a bit different for you this time round.
Well, I ran it in the fixed series, so I kind of know what to expect, and it really didn't feel much different. The track felt a lot different, obviously, but the actual racing was pretty much the same. So I'm looking forward to it, man. Anything and everything can happen there. Got a lot of competition in the league, and I'm going to enjoy racing these guys all season long. And it's going to do my best every week, just like I did last night.
Yeah, so join us in the booth there for that one on Wednesday night, as hopefully Tony will be back for that one. But next Thursday we then head to Bristol And we all know the story about that one. Everyone's going to turn up and there's going to be lots of bumping and banging and wrecked cars and all sorts. As Bristol always takes a lot of victims in whoever races around there. But that is going to do it here tonight. Great racing here tonight. 5 cautions, 2 competition cautions, 3 legitimate cautions. But your man, Mr. Jaws himself, Keith Mayato, brings home yet another win on the season. And his chances are looking good as we get closer to the chase. But for us, that is going to do it for this broadcast. All that's left for me to say is good night and keep it clean, keep it green. And from myself and Scott Brinson, we will bid you a good night and we'll see you on Saturday for Major League Esports, also at Michigan. Good night.
Have a good weekend, everybody.